Hello all, hope you was good. Welcome back to European Universalis 4 with Russia, formerly Novgorod. So, as a reminder, as I'm sure you know anyway, but we're going for Frozen Assets. At the moment, I started a war last time with Denmark. This is a new recording session for me, so I've kind of walked into this as a surprise, quite honestly, because I forgot I did this. Let's push. Anything cool else going on with the world? Nothing out of particularly the ordinary, per se. Yeah, nothing particularly out of the ordinary per se, but look at that noble rebel stack. My guy, you've got 70,000 noble rebels in 1524. Hell, even the mighty Russia would have troubles dealing with that right now. We are, however, establishing our Siberian frontiers quite nicely. You can see the rampage is already, you can see that the build-up's already in effect for it, which is great stuff. So let's see here. Forced loss of ability. I can either lose manpower permanently or gain manpower permanently. Reduce cost of war taxes as well. At maximum manpower, modernization has the following costs. Institution embracement cost. What about let's say the peasantry is brought into serfdom. I'm interested. The peasants have truly become serfs. Okay, right. Let's see how that affects the campaign. So also as a reminder, as I'm now Empire rank, I'm currently using half of my gov cap. However, that will change because my plan is to put stuff into trade nodes. Not the Swedish stuff here, but I will be putting the North Sea, Baltic Sea, Lubeck, whatever I grab out here into trade companies to Swedish merchants for the real goal, which is all over here. Very nice. I'm currently halfway through integrating Nizhny Novgorod as well. Good. Good job past me. You start integrating your big old subjects. The name shall spread far and wide, as the name Russia often does when it's formed in the game. All this will become trade company. I will turn every single province into a trade company. So this excess gov cap I currently have, don't worry about it. It's not going to be excess gov cap for very long. There are plans. I'll also put a third diplomat on own subject countries for a while. Let's see here. Ooh. The Peasants' Revolt. It begins. Kasimov. Crush them. Get to my mercs. My manpower earnings a month are actually pretty damn good, so I don't mind using my actual army on like sieges and battles, and then the mercs on homeland defense. That's fine by me. I will of course be swapping it all around soon enough to get rid of the mercs. And let's see, adopting quality. Yep, I mean quantity. Sorry, two very different things. Two very similar sounding premises. Wonderful. Extra manpower and force limit. Which means my force limit will be through the roof. Yeah, I'm currently at half of what I can afford to have. However, when I say afford to have, I mean in terms of force limit, not in terms of actual monetary value. The great bloc of Austria does not want to deal with the Danish rebels. So this war for Romsdal was forged on impulse as a way to get France to annul alliances with the Ottomans. That's what I remember. Good. So then it will serve its purpose. So yeah, this army's going to hang around. I'm going to let Austria do all the heavy lifting over in France. Hopefully. I mean, there's technological parity here. I don't see why Austria would have any issues with all their subjects hurtling themselves towards France. Do I really have to come step in, Austria? You know, I think I might actually have to. And do my eyes deceive me? There's an actual fort on Paris. Damn. The amount of times I fight France and they're a level 1 capital in like the 18th century. It's nice to finally see that they know how to defend their lands. So, respect to you. Good job. Let's see here. Marketplace. I will continue to put marketplaces in everywhere in the White Sea node, regardless of its actual trade value. I want to sap up all the trade. I need 90%, remember. Currently, Great Britain is still 26%. Just from being GB and having the North Sea. However, I do have a centre of trade in the North Sea now. Namely Trøndelag. However you want to say it. I'm sorry, I'm not Norwegian nor Scandinavian of any other kind, so my pronunciations, I'm sure, are off. As usual, just butchering names left, right and centre. Par for the course. So yeah, turns out trade's going to be the fourth idea group because I do need to catch back up in Diptech. It's kind of part of the reason. Let's also start revoking some of these privileges. Officer rights can go. I'll then get rid of the other ones like prestige. The vassal stuff isn't a problem. That will go away on its own accord. And yes, time to catch up on religious ideas. I'm looking forward to getting the next idea set of, the next tradition. That corruption is going to be handy. So where are my mercs? They're still halfway there. Whoa. Living on a prayer. So, let's see. If I move to Paris, I'm sure I'll get the backing of Austria. The plan would just be to bum rush the capital, I think. Oh, and also, Dithmarschen can force religion. Sounds fun. Let's just mess around a little bit with this peace deal. And you're not allowed Friesland, but specifically only Friesland. Nice. Then let's grab religious wars. The most effective and most useful age bonus of the age. I'm also just going to reduce my rebels. So hopefully I'll be reinforced by Austria on Paris. Let's say allow attach. I'm sure they'll just join me regardless here. And cores are finished up, which I didn't even know I had to do. Very nice. Again, part of my plan is to just convert everything to Orthodoxy, then put it in a trade company. Which I know is very specific to do it that way round, but the provinces will then receive passive bonuses as I'm orthodox. Really, so it'll be worth it. And yeah, France took on Austria, but they're not taking on me. There's no tech disparity here. They just don't want to mess with this. Sure. And now my regular manpower units can go back towards the Ottomans, I suppose. And I can pull out a diplomat because I've finished with my subjects just about. Let's put that diplomat therefore then on allies. Of course I'm taking the admin power there, don't be silly. You know what, let's use the admin power to help reduce my inflation a little. And then I also just remembered that actually I do need to further increase the Lathouse. So let's just give it another dev pop. I don't want to go too crazy on it, but the excess gold is nice. So yeah, Austria's serving the beatdown on France right now. I don't really want to back out from this siege. We made good progress. But they will probably walk into me. Let's see here. The separatism, Opportuna progress. You know what? I think I'm just going to take the mill power. I don't think I'm bothered about the gov reform here. Tier 2 gov reform. Which would take out frequent elections? No, it would take out republicanism. Nah, you're fine. I'll just take on the rebels. Does that feel counterintuitive as to the reason why you would want to take the serfdom? Probably. All the states' influence modifier. Seizing Crown does not cause revolts. Actually, should I just go for it for the flavour as well? There's a lot of things in this which make me want to take it. Okay, let's say this betrayal cannot go unanswered. I'll not hit the event. I'll let the event auto accept. And I'll just continue my advancement into Vladimir. Right, France will be stopped. Good job, Astrakhan. First one's on the support, which honestly gave them enough time to swing it. Nice. We take those. And also, all them noble rebels are gone? Oh, they're probably just in Sjælland. Somehow. Or Copenhagen, sorry, I should say. Okay, so I believe that my forces are in Vladimir. Let's just say this betrayal cannot go unanswered. Apparently, republicanism is swapped for Opportuna forces. Just by default, it's just enacted. Nice. Yeah, years of separatism is going to be really nice for the unrest. So I think this will end up being a correct decision, quite frankly. Then let's see here. Ooh. Gain claim, gain permanent claims. Or gain back the stability I lost. Let's leave the true faith from Novgorod. I think I want to do this. I'm going to have the CB anyway against the Ottomans. I don't mind about not having permanent claims or temporary claims. The land can be taken regardless. For the Ottomans, however, I'm not bothered about Constantinople quite so much, but as Crimea feeds into Constantinople, I may have to backtrack on that statement. But the Crimea node is the priority, so like as of Ackerman over here, because it is estuary in the trade node. And Denmark think they're so smart. Sending over a piddly little 1k force to go de-siege. Well, you know what? You're right, that was actually pretty smart. My Grand Company still has plenty of forces involved. So they'll definitely be kept until they lose manpower, for sure. Paris is sieged. France. You have pretty much one goal. And no alliance with the Ottomans. Everything else is like fair game. I'm not going to get I haven't got a huge split of the war goal. Sorry, war score, war participation. So I'm not bothered about taking money off them. 10% local autonomy in provinces. Nice. Is there anything more I want to statify? Vladimir itself. And let's do this. And this. Get them all on the go. Then hit this button. Nice. So extra autonomy removal, which will help boost up all my incomes and my manpowers and the rest of it. Yeah, a couple extra ducats a month is what it translates to. And you just had to do it, didn't you, Russia? Random events, I mean, I don't know. Either way, take a loan. And let's buy. I mean, again, I want marketplaces not just in this node, because I want to push the trade around to white. So I'll need marketplaces everywhere, really. But let's call it for now. Game workshop. And Kazan's okay, I suppose. And otherwise, I need to start also working on barracks. My manpower could do with some increasing. Because quite frankly, my current level of manpower displeases me. Ooh, Gold Province. Super Saiyan. Saiyan really did go Super Saiyan. Nice. You know that province is being renamed. Oh yes, I have a modifier called Muscovy Defeated, so that will go away soon. Claim the steps. Let's see here. Destroy the hordes. Astrakhan and Crimea need to not exist. Which will then give me Bane of the Horde for 100 years. Devastation reduction and prosperity increase. Isn't that nice? I will conquer Ruthenia. Yeah, most of this tree should actually be done, hopefully. Complete mission the Vodka Monopoly. Active government reform Vodka of the Crown. Ooh. Vodka of the Crown. Where does that come into effect? Here. Goods produced. I don't like the idea cost increase, but oh well. It's a flavour one, I'm definitely taking it. So there's also mention of me needing to turn the provinces to a Dev 6, right? Production 6. One of the following. Oh. Okay. I don't need to worry about spending points on that then. I can just wait for Gov Reform. I'm already Gov Reform 6, sorry. So I only need to wait for 7th one, then the 8th one, then I can enact that decision. Rather than me having to spend the points. Because I will go for that reform because it's flavour. Sounds like a plan. 1531. So there's about 5 years or so, slightly less, for the integration of Nizhny, which is going to be great. From the Siege of Caen. That should be enough to deter France from being friends with the Ottomans. I'd get 68 ducats. You know what? That's 68 ducats more than I have. Then let's see. What do I want from Denmark? I think for now I can take. Oh my god, they'd give me Copenhagen. If I take Gotland, Bornholm, these provinces here, and money, that's looking kind of good. And in a surprise twist, I'm actually going to increase the autonomy of the provinces I just took. I'm not going to pass them on to anyone. I'm just going to have it so that they don't revolve. Revolve? That's right. They're not going to be able to spin. So yeah, for now I'll just core them up, make sure they don't revolt, and just get ready to fight the Ottomans. I need to regain Circassia's cause, for one. So the other ones are all with QQ and the like. With Austria's help, we will absolutely destroy them. I'm almost at their numbers without being at force limit. Without my ally. I'd say it's a pretty good, so it's a pretty sweet deal. But yeah, I just need to increase autonomy here because I do not want their separatists. So actually the Oprachina stuff is very helpful because that gave 5 years less separatism. Awesome. Meanwhile, Noble Rebels. Court positions goes away. I'm going to get rid of the private trade fleets. Again, this is all because I want to preserve the modernization stuff. And I've taken a reform that says lose more modernization, but I'm sure it could be a hump I could potentially get over. How do the boyars? National unrest and reform progress growth. That's useful. Thank you. Abolish the, I'm not even going to try and say that word. Corruption less than 0%. Burning of the Razriadi. 50 gov progress and 10 modernization. Has enacted one of the reforms about an office. Oh well, you would have thought it would have been a tier 3 government reform because the mission says reach tier 3 government reforms, but I'm not going to complain. I'm sure I've just missed something. I'll go back and look at that later. Then how many favours do I have with Austria? 10 now. Yep, Sweden's going to finish off more of Denmark. Eventually I'll use favours with Austria to annul their alliance with Sweden. Also, I can seize land. Won't trigger rebels. Thanks to having the Operatina government reform. So this was the correct decision, by the way. Part of me that said let's not do it was being an idiot. That was not the right decision. I'm glad I changed my mind. So now, Ottomans. You have a lot of troops. Yes, I know. Scary, but we have more. Question is, do I want to go for a conquest Casas or to go for a reconquest Casas? That's a difficult choice. How about I go for a reconquest and then I can integrate Circassia. Let's give it a shot. So while Aelet Emissa is a core Aelet, they have their own. I can designate their own peace deals, so they don't have to be kept in the war. If I can get to them and peace them out, they will no longer be part of this. It's also got to free stab. Very good. And this is an Ottoman that still doesn't have a fort in Constantinople. This Ottomans is just so weird. I was going to release Byzantium, but I think I'm going to omit that now. I think that's no longer part of my grand plan. What's this? Oh, the last Sisiatsky. Okay, that is until their abolishment under Dmitry Donetsky in 1374. They should be replaced by... Ooh, okay. It unlocks and enacts different government reform. So no longer we're using the Operatina forces. I've been forced off it. For now. Autonomy change. Trade company investment cost. Minimum autonomy in territories. Oh, I quite like that actually. So yeah, I can flip between the two, to be fair, at my heart's desire. So that's not the worst thing in the world that I took the Operatina, because yeah, they can still be used. My subjects are already on Boris Gabelsk, so I don't need to worry about that. Good. And yeah, look at Austria and company run wild over Balkans. This is very proficient. Oh, this is a good test. They have more discipline. I have more morale. I know it's a bit late now, but let's change to the discipline. I'm going to be fighting the Ottomans, so the manpower recovery speed is also going to be very much welcomed. Yeah, the mercs might be suffering here. And when I say might, I mean rip in pieces. I can, though, take out another loan. Let's put together an army template of sorts. I don't know, 2010? But what I'm actually going to do is this is going to be Streltsy. And yeah, stack wipe on the Merc Company. Unsurprising. My subjects might be a little more disloyal for a minute or two here while I rebuild my units. And that's a lot of units all in one go. I need to be careful. Boris Gabelski's finished though. And I will retreat slightly. PLC will be next on the chopping block. We're claimed till 1549, so that's okay. And Bornholm is the only province I can't currently call because it's being converted. Good for you. And with my level of Republican tradition, this is the correct call. Yeah, I'm going to let that finish, then I'll put it all together and template it up to be 2010. Really, the Ottoman eyalet of the Mamluks is doing pretty well for troop count. But let's see. I want to reduce inflation there. That event basically just says lose 25 admin. By virtue of if you were going to reduce inflation anyway, it didn't really matter if you had the event just lose it because it would go anyway. Can I get to them in time? With that flight path, probably not. Nope, I can't get to them in time. Sorry, Kazakh. If I start moving now, though, I can save Astrakhan. So let's turn this into a 2010 template. And they're going to crumble first, right? Or do we? They have insufficient support. That was incredibly close. Even though the manpower loss was in their favour. Regrettably. I don't mind what they're doing to me, because what the Austria bloc is doing to them is, some may describe it as devastating. Let's also take another general. Oh! That's a problem. I can now foresee why I lost so hard. I didn't actually have a general. Also, why is that one called the Russian Imperial Army? Is it just because it's Streltsioni? I don't know. Either way. That's a bad general. No shock. Let's take the Cossack mission. Because even if I don't, they might loot it all. Also, let's not go too far away with this. Okay, so I think here's a good time to leave the episode. Let's continue this war in the next one. I'll see you next time. Peace.